So what we're going to do is play with some of the sliders up here. And I'm looking for a nice level of contrast. So not too white, so the detail is washed out, but somewhere in between. Something like that looks pretty good. We can see Ripley's expression there. That's looking quite cool. Plus we've got this smoothness slider as well. I would recommend jacking that all the way up to 15 to keep that crisp detail. And of course we can play with the contrast. We go too much or too little. We kind of lose some of that detail. I want that really nice black and white contrast. So I'm going to keep that there. You'll notice on torn edges as well, you can click and it can go to all the other different filters, but just something to keep in mind. But we definitely want to keep this on torn edges. All right, actually, you know what? I'm going to go for a more, yeah, look at that. Look at that contrast happening there. I really like the way that the detail is brought out on the weapon here. Let's click OK. I'm pretty happy with that. So already we've made quite a significant change. Now, this one was torn. So I'm going to double click on that and call that one torn. I'll then turn it off. And the next filter we're going to play with, so we're selecting our background one copy. I'm going to go filter, filter gallery, and what have we got here? Yeah, halftone. Now that halftone is that kind of retro, very grindhouse, kind of pop art look. So our blacks and whites here. Again, we can change it from dot to circle, looks pretty rad. There's line, which gives it that really cool like 80s kind of look. But I think dot is more in line with our genre. Again, we can play with the sliders, increase the size of the dots. You'll see the little loading bar down the left here. So don't freak out when you change a slider and nothing happens. You just need to be patient and wait for that. That's looking pretty rad. I don't want too much contrast. What about if I take it low? Nah, that looked pretty good. So that's a great filter too. Really like the look of that. Let's click OK, and we'll keep that there. We'll turn that off, and we'll just call this one dots. And this one here, background one, we're going to have a look at some of the different filters for cutouts. So we'll go open up artistic. We've got poster edges here. I'm not a fan. Cutout's kind of cool. Gives it that kind of almost hand-drawn look. Again, can play with the levels. The higher you go, the more color it draws in, and the more detail you get. The lower you go with these levels, the more simplistic it looks. Edge simplicity as well. It keeps detail, loses detail the further up you go, and the fidelity is very, very minimal, although you can see some changes there. So let's zoom out, see what we can see. I think we'll need to increase those levels. Yeah, I want to see some more detail on Newt's face here. That's not bad. Let's try 8. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's got a cool effect to it. Very cartoony. We'll keep that. I don't think we'll use it, but we'll keep it. Nice. All right, so that was called the cutout. So we can have a look at them individually. There's cutout, dots, and our torn. Now I think we're going to do a combination of all of these together and see what we can come up with. So with our filters off, bang, 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 let's have a look at what I did previously. All right, nice. So you can see we've changed the colors to like a blood red, and we used different elements of different filters here too. So I've got that halftone filter working. Then I added very subtle dots and a subtle cutout. And then I used a hue and saturation to turn it red, like you can see there. So let's turn those off and